one thing I'm reflecting on is sometimes we're not always clear about what tasks we should focus on in our lives, what we should do more of to be more fulfilled and happier and live a truer existence that's true to us and who we are deep down. And I think there's a lot of reasons for this. Sometimes our mind tells us we should do one thing when really our heart is telling us to do something else. I think that a lot of times that can be influenced by society or peer pressure. So like what we think we should do for our career or jobs, what we think our loved ones want us to do, or maybe we just have a little bit of unprocessed trauma or pain from life's disappointments, and it was hard to do the thing that we felt drawn to, and so we haven't embodied that form of existence because we wanted to feel safe. And I struggled with this for years. I repressed my truest self, if you will, because I felt that I had to be a certain way. And it also comes from just a plethora of information overload in the day that we live in. We make more decisions, micro decisions, than ancient humans did. And this is just because there's so much information. There's so many routes we can take. There's so many things we can do with our time. And our time is finite. You know, we don't have unlimited time. So there's always something we could do or something new to try or some other way to escape or numb our pain and avoid the things that truly matter to us. So I created a framework. I'm gonna catch my breath here. Take a sip of coffee. I'm walking uphill. All right, here's a better backdrop. We got the prayer flags. All right. I created a framework that helps you get clear on what life categories and tasks matter most to you, to who you are, and what's going to make you feel aligned with your purpose and more fulfilled in life. So I wrote this framework and I created some guided prompts with it. And I've been reflecting on this, journaling on it, writing about it in a memoir book that I've been writing, but also I haven't actually sat down and filled out the whole framework from start to finish. It's called the Cosmic To-Do List. So today I'm gonna go find a spot in the aspens, because aspens are interconnected trees, and in the Cosmic To-Do List, if any one of these life areas is out of alignment with the others, you suffer. So these are the 6 essential life categories to living a happier, more fulfilling life that's aligned with your purpose. So I'm gonna find a spot in the aspens and fill it out for you guys on my computer, which I got in the bag, and I brought my nice camera too, so I can talk to you from where I'm sitting, and I won't have to shoot on just my phone. But yeah, let's go find a spot. And if you want to get the Cosmic To-Do List too, there's a link in the description. It's free to duplicate, and you can fill it out with the guided journaling prompts. And maybe this will just be the next step for you getting real clear about what your priorities are to live a more purpose-aligned existence. Come on, Katana, let's go. Come on, doggy. Yeah. All right, so I'm in my little aspen sanctuary here, and I'm gonna fill out the Cosmic To-Do List. So this is it. If you duplicate this from your Notion template, there's a video on the walkthrough page on the page when you check out for free. And this is what it'll take you to. So it duplicates inside of a Notion account, and it describes what it's for, as I've already told you. And you're just gonna fill out each life category. So these are all the categories, and I got a little description for each and the prompts. So what you do is you just click next to the feather. But let's read it first. So life category 1 is survival. Ease of survival is the foundation for everything else in life. Survival includes the essentials: your job, your finances, home, food, your overall ability to meet your basic needs. A good relationship with your survival needs helps free up time and energy for everything else in life. So clearly, if you're struggling in your basic needs, that's going to ripple out into every other area of your life, the things that matter and fulfill you. So this matters as well, but this is the base foundation from which everything else is built. So here are the reflection questions. So do I feel secure in my ability to meet my basic needs? Why or why not? Write your insights here. And bear with me, I forgot my Bluetooth keyboard, and these keys kind of glitch out. They're very sensitive, so I might have a lot of typos. I'll try to fix them as best I can. But do I feel secure in my ability to meet my basic needs? Yes, I am secure to meet my needs, but, see what I mean? There's going to be a lot of typos. But I would like greater, oh wow, it's real bad. The L doesn't work too well. Well, bear with me. I would like greater financial security, right? Let's go into the next question. What areas of my survival, work, income, daily structure are draining me, and how can I improve them? Income is spread across, look how bad that is. That's all right. We're going to roll with it, right? Income is spread across multiple jobs, which can be difficult to maintain routines on the other important aspects of my life, right? Yeah, it's just spread across many things, and I'd maybe like to get my location freedom back someday, where I can travel around freely. So what small habit or mindset shift could make my survival process feel more fulfilling? I would say complete the foundational work of my soul's projects, right? The stuff that matters. So I have the bandwidth to apply to other jobs again, as well as build out the business models for my lore of the soul project, right? And Cosmic To-Do List is part of that. I'm going to make this a print version. I'm going to make it an AI-assisted app someday. I'm going to make an e-com store of journals and pens. These are all visions that I have, as well as publish a couple books of my own personal narratives and get doing my music again. That's what was suffering, as I was over-obsessed with survival, and I was working on like marketing business models, one-person business models, content creator stuff, studying influencers models, and it pulled me from my passions of writing, creating, being someone that talks about soul alignment and purpose. So what actions can I take to improve my relationship with what I do to survive? I'd say complete major project milestones, apply to 1 to 2 well-aligned jobs a week or so, and yeah, that should be it, right? So those prompts kind of help me clarify what I need to work on, right? And I've been reflecting on these, so if it takes you a little bit more time, that's totally fine. And if you need to take time and away from it and go on a walk, think about it, come back, fill it out later. But having it documented, actually doing the process of manually writing it, is going to help you get a lot clearer about it, and it's going to integrate into your thought habits. Writing, it's proven to do that just by writing manually without using ChatGPT, because you know yourself best. You can use ChatGPT after this with these prompts filled out, because then you're going to have clarity and direction that it's going to be able to work with. But if you just ask it, it's not going to know the answer for you unless you give it some context, right? So, next one, physical health. After our survival needs are met, we have the opportunity to maintain our physical health. So your body is the vehicle that carries you through life. Taking care of your physical health supports your energy, your resilience, and your ability to handle stress. Movement, nutrition, and recovery are all essential elements of a well-balanced life. So recovery being rest and relaxation, right? So here are my questions. How do I currently feel in my body? Where do I feel strong? Where do I feel tension? So overall, I feel good, but I am doing physical therapy on my knee and want to strengthen that knee, as well as get more consistent with my I'll be completely honest here, muscle mass building. I'm a pretty scrawny guy. I'm strong. I feel strong. I just helped people move some heavy furniture last night. But yeah, I just want to be consistent with like my core, my upper body, and my legs workout, especially my legs. Legs, especially for knee strengthening. I had a tight IT band. I have, just be in present tense. I have a tight IT band and would like to loosen it to ease pressure on my knee. What one simple habit could I introduce to improve my physical health? Yeah, the consistent daily workout routine. And most of that is body weights. I use dumbbells, and pull-up bar are my favorite, and resistance bands, but I want to stay on that as much as possible. It doesn't have to be absolutely every day, but at least hitting 4 to 5 days a week, and then on the other days, always doing something outside, right? And then, so that's going to be continuing daily hikes with dog, bike ride, and weekly big hikes, and in winter, backcountry snowboarding, where you get yourself up the mountain without a chairlift, right? So, yeah, too bad about the spelling. How does my physical health impact my ability to show up for the other areas of my life? When I have tension in my body, I get stressed, I don't focus as well, and overall, probably get stressed easier. Yeah, I already said I get stressed, but just wanted to add that detail. Wow, these keyboards were real bad, guys. Never forgetting the keyboard again when I'm doing a tutorial like this, or a walkthrough video. It's not a tutorial. This is what works for me. So what actions can I take to improve or continue my physical health maintenance? Yeah, I would say that is daily stretching, getting back into yoga once or twice a week, 1 to 2, well, no, really every day, daily, but 1 to 2 classes per week would be great. And daily workout routine. And then I'd say some mindfulness, such as like meditating or yoga nidra. That would do me good. So yeah, that's pretty clear of what it's going to take. I think that would help me a lot if I can just be consistent with that. Sometimes I do it, but then I drop off for days, and I just don't remain consistent. So that is a goal of mine, and I think it would improve that life category. So next one, relationships. Connection with others shapes our experience of life. Healthy relationships, whether with friends, family, romantic partners, or work colleagues, have a direct impact on your happiness and your emotional well-being. So, reflection questions. Who in my life brings me the most energy and joy? How can I nurture those relationships? Ooh, I'd say best friends. On the thread, we got a signal chat. So, and we always are communicating, dropping there, sharing what we're going through, making jokes, sending each other videos. Like, it's a pretty common source of great joy and energy, and just like, it's almost like therapy. It's like your trusted best friends, right? So that is awesome. My dog, Katana, she's my best friend too. Best friend as well. And then, of course, friends, neighbors in town. I'd say friends, neighbors, colleagues in town, so like coworkers, right? In town, people you interact with daily. It's important to have healthy relationships with them. Family. We all stay in pretty good touch. I'd like to open up to them more about what I'm going through. And then how can I nurture these? Just continue to be present and calm in expressing what I go through. Because I used to get pretty agitated when I'd explain what I'm going through. I was like intense, and I can still be sometimes, but I think doing these other things like meditating and journaling is going to help me express myself more clearly to other people so I can show up for them too, right? And then, I'm going to also put that show up for them and listen to their challenges and be a helpful voice, right? So, are there any relationships that drain me? What boundaries can I set to protect my energy? I would say no. I have done this work. I'm very good. I hold strong boundaries and know what space I need and what energy drains me. For example, I used to have like a fear of missing out on a social experience. So I'd go out a lot, or I'd go party when I knew I wanted to like work or write or work on my own projects like writing, or just if I know I needed rest, I'd push myself to go to not miss out on a social experience, and that drains me. So sometimes I need to have those boundaries. And I've gotten really good over the years as I've gotten older to enforce those boundaries and know what I need. And I'll still go out occasionally, on special occasion when the time is right and I've been making progress on my stuff and I'm well rested. But if I'm not and on those things, then I say no. I set a boundary and say, I can't right now. Sorry. So that one's not a problem for me. How can I improve my communication skills to deepen my connections? Be clearer through journaling about what I'm going through and stuff. Calmer expression through, I'd say calmer expression through centeredness. There, no typos on that one. Rate your insights on your relationships here as overall strong and healthy, but they can improve even more as I do my soul's work and become the truest version of myself. Maybe even expand creative relationships, music, film making, writing, acting. I've been going to improv, which has introduced me to some awesome people, and we have great times. So that's cool. Next one, play and recreation. Play isn't a luxury. It's essential. Recreation, hobbies, and activities that bring joy help us reset, reduce stress, tap into creativity, and live in the present moment. Play isn't just for kids. It's a vital part of a well-rounded life for all ages. So here are the reflection questions. When was the last time I did something just for fun? What was it? Took myself to a Red Rocks show, a concert to see Charlie Crockett and Rattlesnake Milk. Saw lightning and a rainbow and got a VIP bracelet for free. So I got to see the band up close. That was awesome. I had been working hard, so I felt I deserved it, and I bought it in advance because I knew I hadn't been to a big concert in a while, so I was like, it's time to go. What activities make me feel truly present and joyful? Hiking, time in nature and with my dog. I'd say writing, music, acting, all the good things, right? How can I integrate or continue to engage a healthy dose of play into my routine, even in small ways? Practice guitar more. That's something I've really been wanting to do, so that would be good. It's a good form of play. Write the new songs I started. Finish writing them, right? Continue collaborating creatively with others. That's something I want to do. All these typos, man. So, is there any form of play that is a distraction or crutch for anything else that is important in my life? I would say right now, no. Other than addiction to snowboarding, hiking. It's not a bad addiction, but if I do it too much, then I don't do, if I make it the only priority, then I don't write. I don't do anything creative other than trek across the wilderness. I do that in my own creative way, but that's not such a problem now. I've worked on that the last year pretty hard. I'm in pretty good balance now, but I am in good balance now, so just keep it in check. If you guys had me filling this out like a year or two ago, oh my gosh, it would have been a very different story. I've done a lot of inner work. Rate your insights and your relationship with play and recreation here. Overall, healthy, coming out of a hustle and grind phase where I still have work to do, but it is soul-aligned work. And I am attempting to make more time for creative projects, the ones that matter. Would like to do more with others, like shoot music videos, play music first, right? Continue improv acting, maybe make narrative films someday, right? Yeah, I think that's the gist of it right there. So, life category number 5 is mental fitness and lifelong learning. The mind, like the body, needs exercise. Challenging your mind keeps you sharp, adaptable, and engaged with life. Whether through reading, learning new skills, or critical thinking, mental fitness is key to continued growth. So, reflection questions. What skill or knowledge area excites me to explore? Ooh, there's a lot of those. But I would say, I don't know what you call it. What I'm doing right now, it's kind of like personal development, but spiritual, which, it's kind of like spiritual personal development in a way, or it's more just like emotional awareness. I'll call it that. But also, I'll put geology. I love the history of the mountains and rocks, volcanoes, archaeology, ancient humans, really into that. History, also really into that. History of the area that I live in mostly. Definitely, I got a lot of these. Music, definitely gotta keep going there. I'd like to improve my guitar playing, learn more chords, different ways to play the same chord. Definitely writing, that's a big one. Narrative filmmaking, it does, but I need some more bandwidth for before I really dive back into that. I used to do that more. Am I stimulating my mind regularly, or do I feel stagnant? Stimulating. I've been a freak for stimulating my mind. I am definitely not stagnant. Actually, need to slow down more and embrace pace of life without being hyper intensive workaholic. There you go. That's the honest truth right there. Oh man, these typos. At least you guys are bearing with me. Thank you. How can I challenge myself to keep learning and growing? Do work that feels right. Study. Presence. Soul alignment. Write and practice songs on guitar. Right? and learn covers. What actions can I take to improve my mental fitness and maintain intellectual agility? Whoa. I do like how I worded that. So, what action can I take to improve my mental fitness? I would like to get back into, I haven't been reading lately. Read books again regularly. Less time on phone using ChatGPT. I do use it a lot. But more soul-aligned projects. So I'll say do more soul-aligned projects. Cut out the ones that don't align. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm in the process of doing. So here's the last category, creative ritual. This is kind of where this has all been leading. The act of creation is sacred. Creative expression, whether through writing, music, art, storytelling, cooking, playing, sharing, building, or even problem solving, gives deeper meaning to life. Engaging in creative rituals cultivates self-awareness, fulfillment, and joy. Decision-making abilities are improved. So the act of sitting down and making time to work on something that's creative. And it can be all those things I just listed, but it can even be filling this out if you want. And checking back in on these things, writing new responses after you've made some changes in life. So the questions, what creative outlets allow me to express myself fully? Definitely writing, music, acting. I do love some acting. Filmmaking. I'll say video making. Speaking. When I got something to say, speaking can make me feel like I'm fully expressing myself. How can I make creativity a consistent part of my life, even in small ways? Continue creating. Create in more mediums, like music, narrative, filmmaking, right? Yeah, I think that's good. What would happen if I allowed myself to create without judgment or expectation? That's an important question. I got to take a sip of coffee because it's been a little bit. I think I would feel heard, the true me, not the mask I put on or the false persona I portrayed because I didn't feel safe enough to be myself. People might actually like and appreciate what I have to say. Maybe it would help one or two people or more. I don't know. I'd feel happier, that's for sure, and respected for being myself. And that's so huge, right? So, what actions can I take to empower myself with creative ritual? I'm going to say, all right, here we go. Publish my memoir on the creator economy. I would also say, make and publish print version of Cosmic To-Do List. This is going to be a enhanced version, right? Enhanced version. Promote Cosmic To-Do List for others. Because if it helps me, it should help others, right? What else we got? Yeah. Practice my music. And when it's time, share it. Yeah. I think that's it for that. And then we got one final section here that integrates all of these things. So you shouldn't do this until you filled out all 6 categories. So if you need more time to fill out the categories, take all the time you need. This is your document. If you duplicate it, you can come back to it. You can add to it later. You can reflect on it. You can skip one if you want, go on to the next one. But don't do this last one till you've actually gone through all 6 categories. So This one is bringing it all together. Now that you've reflected on each life category, use this space to identify your biggest takeaways and action steps. Which life category needs the most attention right now? Ooh. I think physical health. I do. That's because of my knee. I'm doing pretty good in these other areas. Survival could be improved a little bit, but I'm getting by, and I'm doing my projects, which is what really matters to me. So that's good. I'm showing up for creative ritual. Relationships are healthy. Those will only get healthier as I work on these other areas and become more aligned to who I am. So what small immediate action can I take today to improve it? Do the stretching and legs workout. What's one long-term goal I want to work toward? This is in any category. I would say location, freedom through being a soul-aligned business owner. That's what I want. And I could always get a remote job again, something that takes up a lot of time and all that, but pays you well and gives you that location freedom and has a flexible schedule. Those are there. I can improve my relationship with that. Now that I've improved my relationships with creative ritual and mental fitness and relationships too, and I've been showing up, and I'm real clear about what I want to work on. So I think a job wouldn't drain me as bad as it did when I knew I needed to get something done. I knew I needed to make something, but I wasn't sure what it was. There was something I wasn't doing that I was repressing, and the job it gave me the resources to just go travel widely across the West, chase powder storms to snowboard, and go backpacking all over, and that was great. That's part of what I meant to do, but there's more to it than that. I wasn't writing or creating or doing the mental fitness as much, so I was doing the wrong mental fitness, studying the wrong things, because I was like, I got to make a marketing business. So I learned marketing, so that's my little rant there. If I lived my ideal life, how would each of these key life areas look? I think this one is better answered in time. So if you come back to my channel, you may see what I'm up to in the weeks, months, years ahead. So subscribe if you haven't already. But if I live my ideal life, how would each of these key areas live? I'll put it a simple one right now because I want to manifest this and embody it. But I would say survival. I'll do it for you real quick. In short term, survival, financial freedom, location freedom, no stress from what I do to get by, and even fulfilled by it. And then we had physical health, toned, fit, physically capable, still doing strenuous hikes in the mountains, but with more ease. I'll say hikes and snowboard tours in the mountains, but with more ease, okay? Next one was relationships, and that would be healthy, nurturing, strong communication, happy, serving all aspects of life's needs, right? Play, doing the things I love, I'll say on the regular, right? And then mental fitness, reading, studying, learning on the regular as well. Man, these typos, almost done. And then the last one, creative ritual. That one is showing up daily to create, sharing from my soul, creating without expectation of result, creating from overflow, not a need to prove. So, manifesting your happiest, most fulfilling life. We are all capable of manifesting our vision of our best, happiest life. When you are clear on what obstacles, challenges, and mindsets prevent you from achieving your goals, you will be greater prepared to make a plan of action to overcome them. Over time, you can create small, subtle mindset and habit shifts that bring about the changes you seek. Your life scenario and condition starts with the things you tell yourself and others about your life. Become clear about the sources of your problems, set goals, and take action. When you reflect and journal, you pinpoint the sources of pain and frustration that hold you back, and you will be better able to recognize what mindsets and habits you need to shift in order to manifest your happiest, most fulfilling life. So, next steps, you should duplicate this list. The link is in the description. The Cosmic To-Do List. Fill out the prompts. Take as much time as you need for them, and then over time, revisit this list regularly and update your insights. Write about your improvements. Depending on when you're seeing this, the print version may be out. That'll have more prompts and enhanced, expanded essays. And someday I am building an AI assisted app that will help with this as well. So focus on 1 to 2 categories at a time to avoid overwhelm. Keep track of your growth and your new realizations. You can write right in here or in a journal. Also, depending on when you get this, I'll also have blank journals for sale or other guided journals for sale as well under the Lore of the Soul brand name. There will be journals for tracking growth coming soon. Stay subscribed to Lore of the Soul email list for updates. You get on the email list by getting the Cosmic To-Do List. So yeah, if you want to share this with anyone that you think needs it, go ahead and send them the link that's in the description. And yeah, by downloading the framework, you're going to get the Lore of the Soul newsletter where I share insights on living with purpose and intention. So go forth and nurture your seeds and grow strong like these aspens. Let's talk to you as we walk out of here real quick. All right, that's it for today. I hope this gives you a sense of how powerful it can be to check in with every area of your life and get clear about what you're working through, what you need to work on, and just check in with yourself. If you want to use the Cosmic To-Do List, you can get it free at the link in the description. And yeah, I hope it helps you live a more soul-aligned existence. And thanks for being here with me, hanging out in the aspens. And the sun's coming up. I'm going to go enjoy the day. Got a couple more things to do. And I'm feeling pretty good about life right now. So if you like this and want to see more soul-aligned chats or some outdoor adventures I go on in the future, subscribe to my channel and see you around. Adios.